OK， 同学们好。I'm going to talk about your project for this semester, which is a scrapbook. 剪贴簿 is a scrapbook. So the scrapbook. This is the info of the scrapbook, and it's 20 marks out of 100 marks coursework. So the minimum characters would be minimum 200. You could be more than that. So what is how to count the number of Chinese character? Okay, let's say this sentence. 我叫大卫，今年24岁。我是美国人。So we just count the words, not including the punctuation. The punctuation will not be counted. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 我叫大卫 is 4 characters. So just count without counting the punctuation. So this sentence is 15 words, 15个字. So you can use this website, okay, for word count. Okay, it's not including the punctuation. And the font, I suggest you to use the 楷体. In Word, you have a font called KITI, 楷体. In Chinese world, normally the formal documents, we use 楷体, and one or two very common font. So if you have problem, you can come and discuss with me. All right, and then I suggest you to use PowerPoint first, then you save as PDF. Okay, you can also use other software to do the scrapbook. I got last semester during the MCO, I have a student, they use Canvas. So so this scrapbook should have some pictures. Okay, and then you just email to me as usual. And then the title for the scrapbook is topics from your workbook. I mean, workbook means like actually this textbook have a workbook, so I take up some of the topics which we have learned. You should just pick one of it. Okay, renting a house, or something about Chinese opera or classical novel, place that you have been before, job hunting, seeing a doctor, or your exposure of Chinese culture. You just use the word that we have learned and apply, if possible, apply the grammar point that you just learned in this semester. So the deadline is week 15, the final week, Sunday before midnight. Okay, we will discuss more about it, the deadline. We will discuss in our live class maybe. So let me know that whether you agree on this deadline or not. So this is the rough idea of the scrapbook, and then I will put this file in Google Drive. And then how I give the marks. So content, out of like the 20 marks, content is 7 marks. I make it a good, moderate, and poor. So I think like this class, you will not give me a poor content. Normally, like I think normally moderate and good or good. So as long as you plan properly, you write nicely, you will have a good grade. Because this semester we have essay in our exam, so this scrapbook is a substitution for our essays. And then one of my objectives also to let you familiar with reading Chinese character without the pinyin. Okay, just a process to read without relying on pinyin. And then the next one is grammar. So good, moderate, and poor. So every grammatical mistakes, I will deduct some marks. Okay, this one I think you can let me have a look before you submit of your grammar. Let me have a look whether you have a very serious grammatical mistake or not. Chinese character is I deduct the marks if you have a typo. Chinese character because I want my student to type correctly and be able to recognize the character. It's not only just spelling. Some student they type without checking what character they choose. So I think for this class still okay. Like from your live class presentation, just maybe sometimes some of you will type wrongly without knowing it. So type your Chinese check your Chinese character. Normally it's the word with same sound but different tone but same pronunciation. Let's say this is a very simple one. 这是我吃水饺的地方. This is the place that I eat the dumplings. 水饺, if you didn't choose correctly, you might type 睡觉. 睡觉 is sleeping. So just take care of your typing. Don't Google translation work is not accepted. So just don't write in English or Malay and then translate using the Google Translator. Okay, but you can translate for a few words maybe, or maybe one or two, a few sentences. Not majority. Just some very minor things. You can use Google Translation, or you can come and ask me. And then I'm going to tell you something about the punctuation. Because this one I realize like every semester my students are making this mistake. They maybe you got less exposure to Chinese punctuation because in the textbook they rarely talk about it. One very obvious one is I want to introduce one punctuation is the 顿号. So this symbol is 顿号. So in typing you use this symbol. So let's say there is a list A, B, C, and D. 大卫、美玲、阿里和小明. So like A, B, C, and D, you use 顿号, use this one. Instead of comma, don't use comma. This is not the Chinese way to use it. And also in Chinese, we don't use full stop all the time. Let's say 今天是星期日，我很晚才起床。因为我昨天晚上和朋友聊天。Okay, this is all a full stop, full stop, full stop. You should use comma. 今天是星期日，我很晚才起床。Like one, how to say? One matters, one point. You use comma to divide the sentence. So one sentence, one point. So divide by comma. Okay, not every sentence is comma. Okay. So after elaborating the point, then only with full stop. Common grammatical mistakes. I noticed one of a very serious one is in Chinese the he and the end we don't use at the beginning of the sentence. So let's say she likes to draw and she likes to decorate herself, or yeah, she likes to decorate herself, and she likes to decorate herself. In English, some of my students they will put her in front. Yeah, we don't use that. We just use two separate sentences.因为他很喜欢画画。好 ，full stop. 他是一个爱漂亮的人。Okay, and then two very common. I think you know it grammatically. You know it. You know the idea. You know when it is in exercise. I think you can make it correct. But a lot of time when you are writing essay, you output your essay by thinking in English or Malay. So at that time, normally you will use the English and Malay way. Especially this one, Malay. Place plus action. mention the place first, then only action. Let's say we went to eat at KFC. In Chinese, we say 我们去 KFC， 我们去肯德基吃饭。Mention the place first and then action. I think you know the idea, just that when you write, you didn't notice you translate from your mother language. And then the time word is in front, okay? In front the subject or after the subject. I think this one you also know. You know all the grammar, just that you forgot when you write. Okay, that's very common. So that is a general idea of your scrapbook. So please come and discuss with me if you have any question. Okay, 好，谢谢大家。